What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to some recent news about a fellow American who traveled to Norway. And it says here he was stranded and lost for 6 days in the Norwegian wilderness when he was trying to go hiking. And he almost died in Norway. So, I mean, this just goes to show you that a lot of Americans don't realize you really need to understand what you're doing before you just travel to another country. So today, I really want to hear the whole story, and it looks like thankfully this American guy is okay now. But let's take a look.
Alec Loon realizes just how fortunate he is.
I was grateful to be alive, grateful that I was, still in one piece.
The 38-year-old
Oh my God. Grateful to be in one piece. What happened out there? Could this be like a movie? Like a guy lost in Norway? That could be a movie or something. Especially if like a reindeer tried to eat him. Or okay, let's keep going.
The 38-year-old Wisconsin native is currently recovering in a hospital in Norway after
Oh, wow. He's in a hospital in Norway. Of course, cuz that's where he was found. Yes, the first thing I thought was, can he afford it? Is he going to be able to pay the hospital bill? But in Norway, you guys have like universal health coverage, right? But that's if you pay taxes in Norway. I wonder how much this guy's going to owe. Anyway, that's a really American thought to worry about his hospital bill. I'm sure he's grateful to be alive, and I'm sure he's really, really grateful that Norway like brought him into a Norwegian hospital and gave him the life-saving care that he needed. That's great.
after surviving 6 harrowing days seriously injured on a remote mountain. Loon, a climate journalist and avid hiker, was planning a 4-day solo hike in Folgafonna National Park.
I'm not familiar with this. Folgafonna? It's a national park in Norway. It sounds like he is supposed to be a hiker himself. I have a feeling like there's a lot of Americans who think they understand hiking, but hiking in the United States is very, very different than hiking in Norway. It's completely different. Norway is on a whole nother level, so it sounds like this American thought he was prepared to go hiking in Norway and wasn't, and ran into some trouble or something.
Home to Norway's third largest glacier. That first night, disaster struck.
Just sliding down this kind of really steep slope.
Loon coming to a halt by slamming into a rock, breaking his left femur, fracturing his pelvis, and a number of spinal vertebrae.
Oh my God. That's horrible. That's horrifying. So he slid down ice, or maybe just a steep hill, or so what? He wasn't like properly connecting himself with the mountain, or some kind of hiking mistake. Again, it just sounds like he either made an error that was like a stupid mistake, or he was not prepared for the difficulty of the Norwegian park. Either way, the Norwegian wilderness seemed to get the best of him, and to break your pelvis and break your leg and break your back, this guy is very fortunate to be alive. And then, oh my God, it sounds like he wasn't found for days. This was the first day, right? Oh my God. This could be a movie. Be a horror movie. broke his leg, his femur, his pelvis, his back, vertebra, and nobody. That's also the danger of going hiking all by yourself, right?
I would think that the fear and terror would overwhelm me in that moment. What was
Yeah.
your experience?
I knew I wasn't going to be able to move and get out of there. And so I thought, okay, well, I got to essentially make it for at least 4 days on this mountain so that people will realize that I'm missing.
Loon's
He actually sounds like a pretty reasonable guy. Like he has a good wherewithal and a good head on his shoulders here. To have the clarity of thought, he was probably just glad to be alive, to be honest, and then knowing it would be days until someone came looking for him. Because, oh my God, did it? He was going on a hike for 4 days. So nobody expects him to come back for at least 4 days. So no one's going to come looking for him. And he knows that. Did he really not have a cell phone? Like, that seems like such a silly mistake.
Loon's backpack containing his tent and sleeping bag survived the fall, but he'd lost his water bottle, most of his food, and his cell phone.
Oh my God. I don't think he'll make that mistake again. He lost his water too. He lost his water and his. Oh my God! This is the worst situation you could be in. You've slid down a mountain. You broke your pelvis and your leg and your back. You lost your water. You lost your food, and you lost your phone. This is outrageous.
The first couple days was a struggle without water.
That third day, a new daunting challenge emerged.
It started to rain. I really was desperate for water. I remember just
Yeah.
literally licking up every drop of water I could get.
A ferocious storm.
This story is crazy. This is a really crazy story. I was actually joking about the movie thing. I'm not even joking. I think they could really make a movie about this.
Storm hit the mountain. Norwegian Red Cross and police rescue teams battling to try to find him.
Wow.
But the weather made it too dangerous for search.
Okay, so a storm, a huge storm hit. This guy is so unlucky. But he put himself in this situation, to be fair. But it's also very unlucky. And, a lot of respect for Norwegians, search and rescue services. That's awesome that Norwegians were out there searching for this American. That's awesome.
Helicopters to fly. How did you find hope or the will to survive?
Just thinking about my wife, wanting to see her again, thinking about my parents and my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Then, on Loon's 6th day, stranded on the mountain, help finally arrived.
6 days. Think about going 6 days with broken bones. You're not getting any treatment for your broken bones. And 6 days really without eating or drinking. This is an insane story. Like, it really is.
In this dramatic video, you can see Loon as the rescue helicopter hovers above.
I was just
Oh my God. Wow, this is amazing footage that they actually have this video. Oh my God. This is the actual video from the helicopter that spotted him. Look at him. He's just stuck on a pile of rocks, waving a stick, trying to get saved. He looks terrible.
yelling and waving, and finally the door of it opens and somebody waves back at me. And that was the moment I knew it was finally over.
Loon was flown to a nearby hospital
My.
in Bergen, where he was later reunited with his wife Veronica and
Oh my God, look at this. Look at the Norwegians rescuing him. Amazing. Norway sent a helicopter. You airlifted him out, brought him to a hospital, got his wife. Amazing.
Flown to a nearby hospital in Bergen, where he was later reunited with his wife Veronica and his parents.
Oh my God, look at him. Oh my
Hospital
God.
in Bergen, where he was later
Look at him. Look at him. Like, you would think he would be happy. Like, he's at the hospital, he's with his wife. He looks so, like, he's just over it. He has no emotion. Like, he has been through too much.
United with his wife Veronica and his parents.
I remember my wife said, I'm going to tear you a new one later, but for now, I really love you.
Alex says his wife has banned him from hiking for now.
Certainly banned from hiking in like Norway. That looked like a very, very difficult place to hike, honestly.
But he does intend to hike again, and he stressed to me the importance of being safe and making good decisions. He says he should have gotten new boots before his trip. He should have brought a satellite phone with a tracking device on it. Right now, his bones are healing, and he's got severe frostbite in his feet, and he's focused on what he says will be a long road to recovery. But
He has frostbite. He could lose his toes or something still. It's not over. And his back is healing, and he broke his pelvis and his femur. Oh, these are horrible, horrible, life-altering injuries. Just because he's rescued. He's lucky to be alive, but this is going to really, like, this could ruin his life still with how injured he'll be. Really sad. He blames his boots. Like, did he slip because of his boots? I don't know. What was that? And he should have had a tracker. Especially if you're going alone in a country you're not familiar with, in an area, Norwegian wilderness, as an American, you need to. That's a little arrogant to not have a tracker or a satellite phone, or to not have it attached to you. A little arrogant, a little not. But obviously, he understands that. I don't have to tell him that now. Yeah, that's crazy, and it's awesome that he is alive, and that's really awesome to see, like, what Norway was doing with the search and the rescue and the hospital, and that's awesome, taking care of a fellow American like that. And this is a actually crazy story of, like, surviving when it actually sounded like he could have had a horrible, horrible slow death. Oh my, if he had fallen to the wrong place and no one could find him, it's horrifying, but it actually had a good a pretty good ending. He's alive, and a really fascinating story. You don't hear about Americans, like, getting lost in Norway very often like this, and as crazy as this. So this is very interesting. If you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on this American guy getting stranded in the Norwegian wilderness and getting rescued. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and seeing Norwegian things I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.